See, this is why we can't have nice things. Fans complain when both Marvel and DC do the same old. But when they try to do something different, everyone loses their minds. First it was the whole Spider-Woman cover thing. Then it was the Women of Marvel. Now it's the Mangaverse. And also now it's the hip-hop variants. You know, over the last few years, DC have had moving hologram covers, a Mad Magazine variant, and Lego variants. I don't remember anywhere close to the amount of crap thrown at them that Marvel has, but then again, isn't DC also doing a Bombshell variant? Here comes the hate. Well, let's take a look at a couple of the most recent variants. The first one, the Mangaverse. Most of the negative comments for this tend to fall more on ignorance by saying things like all manga looks alike and they only have characters with big eyes and weird hair color or weird shaped hair. No. First of all, technically, manga is Japanese for comics. It doesn't mean Japanese comics, just as anime means animation and not just Japanese animation. 2. Have these commoners even looked at a Japanese manga? Rhetorical question. If you did, you would know that there are various artistic styles in Japan just like there are anywhere else in the world. So basically what you're saying is artists like Satoshi Kon his art looks just like Akira Toriyama, whose art also looks like Yasuhiro Naito, and so on and so on. I would personally like to nominate those people for the People Who Don't Pay Attention Award, because if they did, they would know that there is different styles. 3. Also keep this in mind. These are only variants. If you don't like them, that's okay, but they're not the main cover. They occur maybe one in every 4 issues sold. Yeesh. Also, not to mention, if you take a look at the different Mangaverse covers, the artistic styles are different. So the people complaining, I don't understand what your complaints are. Maybe it's not the type of art that you like, understandable, but it's not the same. And stop with the hate. Just because it's the internet, you don't have to hate everything. The reason for the hate for the Mangaverse variants was ignorance bordering on stupidity. The Women of Marvel hate was because while women did draw the covers, they either didn't, 1, draw the interiors, or 2, there wasn't a woman predominantly featured on every cover. The hip hop variants controversy is a bit more complicated. Unlike the Women of Marvel, only some of the covers were done by black artists. Why didn't they contact me? I'm a black artist. Anyway, most weren't. This brought up questions about Marvel using another art form that's predominantly black in order to promote its own product. However, there was a severe lack of diversity of black people, be it characters or writers or artists in its own company. This has become a topic of conversation over the last few weeks as various writers have touched on the fact that companies in general, such as DC and Marvel in this case, barely have any black writers or artists on its payroll. Now, if these companies or the general public wants to use the excuse that maybe they just aren't that many black artists out there, and so companies like Marvel need to use the best artists regardless of race, let me just say this. Over the last 2 years on my YouTube channel, I've re-released a series of videos, 7 in total, that featured nothing but black artists. And each video had an average of at least 5 artists per video. And nearly every artist is alive and still active today. So yeah, there really isn't a good excuse for this. I'm sure Marvel will come out with a statement saying that they feel bad about this and this is an important issue to them and they're looking into it. I'm doubtful about that, however. Give this a couple weeks and people will forget about it, and then people will get angry about something else. I mean, really, what's next? Heavy metal, a pop, or smooth jazz variant? Guess what? Without any heat, Marvel and any other company will go back and do nothing. This is why companies like Action Lab and the Departed Milestone are important. It's not as if major companies are looking for these artists, and it's really the only place where a black artist can be visible.